Alright, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel here at Cody's Gaming Videos. Today we're going to be taking a look at Forza Horizon 5. It's been out for about 2 weeks. I've had just a short amount of time with it, only played it a handful of times so far. I haven't made it very far, but I wanted to go ahead and make a video on it nonetheless and check it out. We're just going to be looking at a little bit of gameplay. This is not going to be a review. I haven't beat the game. I haven't made it very far the way through it. So I can't give you an honest review of the game, but we're going to be taking a look at some of the visuals and looking around the map a little bit. We may enter a race or two, see if I can get my butt whooped at least once. But also, I'll be playing it on my Xbox One, so no, this isn't a Series X or a Series S, so you're not going to see the top-of-the-line visuals, but this will let you see what it looks like if you yourself have an Xbox One and you just want to see kind of how it runs. I do have the Xbox One S, so it's if you've got the Xbox One VCR edition, I don't really know what it's going to look like on that or the hardware capabilities of that one, but you'll get to check out and see how it runs on the One S nonetheless. So anyways, let's jump down into it and get a little bit of gameplay done. Alright guys, here we are. I got Forza Horizon 5 all loaded up and ready to go. Like I said, we're going to be checking this out on an Xbox One S, not an Xbox Series, so the visuals might be a little off compared to other footage that you've seen already. But let's jump right into it. Another thing that you will notice is load times are pretty long. When you first load the game, this initial load screen is pretty long. It's not too terribly long, but here we are, loaded in. It did take about 2 minutes. But here in Forza Horizon 5, we still have some of the same things like we had in Forza Horizon 4. We've still got seasons that we go through. You start out in autumn, obviously, and you work your way through. But I've only spent about an hour's worth gameplay-wise.
Welcome back, Cody.
One cool thing that I did like about Horizon 5 over Horizon 4, which I'll show you here in my garage, you start the game with quite a bit of cars. This Corvette right here is one of your starters. I've already modded it, added some different paint colors and maxed out the performance. This Viper right here, it was from the Horizon Legacy. This is actually a car that I had on the original Forza Horizon, which I thought was really cool. A game that I haven't even looked at in years, absolute years, and it was tied to my Xbox account, I would assume, and it's added it here for me to start the game with. You also start the game with a Ford Bronco. You win this car. This was another one that I got to bring over with me from Forza Horizon 4, which I think that's really cool, because in this game you're not just a noob starting out entering the Horizon Festival. It actually shows you there's a little bit more of a storyline in this one, and it shows that you are the returning champion from the UK. So in the story, you're a famous racer, yada yada yada. But what I'm really here for is the cars and the visuals. So I'm in the Corvette here. These load times in game aren't near as bad as the initial load time to first load the game. That wasn't terrible. Driving, handling, all that, it's about the same. All the controls are about the same. I haven't noticed anything different. The car is still handled great. It's not full-on simulator, but it's not a full-on arcade controlling game either. So let's get over somewhere. Let's go find the closest race that we can jump right into. Let's go right here. That way you guys can kind of see how the game acts on an Xbox One in race once there's a bunch of stuff going on. Now I have noticed every once in a while mainly in a race, and it's not real bad, but every once in a while you'll get a little bit of a frame stutter.
Turn left.
A couple of little frame drops here and there.
Turn left.
Probably because this game was made with the thought of the Xbox Series systems. But all in all, I think this game looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, the world around you is amazing. Down here in Mexico is where we're at. I do see a difference from this to Forza Horizon 4. I think this is a better looking game. It's not leaps and strides better by any means, because I thought Horizon 4 looked good. I'm not trying to say it looked bad. I can't wait to
In 400 yards.
pick up a Series X finally and check out this game on a Series X. Because if it runs this good and looks this good on an Xbox One S, not the X, on the One S, then I'm ecstatic to see how it will look on the new Series systems. Alright, and here we are at the race. Let's go smash this board real quick. An experience board. As you can see, the roads are wet. I think the wet roads look a whole lot better in Horizon 5 than they did in Horizon 4. Let's go ahead and jump right in here. As you can see, you can still create blueprints.
Introducing Event Lab.
I'm sure as the game has been out longer, because at this point I believe it's only been out for about 2 weeks. I'm sure as it's been out longer, you will have more blueprints to go through. I say let's drive this Viper, this 13 Viper from the original Horizon game. From the first all the way to the 5th. This is another cool part. This is the load screen, actually. It's like I said, in the story aspect of the game, you are the returning champion. You are the one that people are there to see. So this load screen gives you something cooler to look at. Spins that car around real nice. I'm going to go ahead and take myself off the screen here so that you guys can get the full effects of the game. Like I said, load times are quite a bit longer than what I want to see, but I mean, that's what I get. I don't have the Series X yet, so coming soon, hopefully. As long as I can find myself one, that is. Alright, let's see how this Viper performs. Big burnout to start the race. As you can see, I think I have traction control turned off. You still have full control over that before a race. You can go in, you can turn ABS and traction control on or off. Switch your transmission from automatic to manual, manual with clutch. You can also adjust the difficulty of the CPUs before the race begins. And this Viper ain't doing so hot. And here I am blaming the Viper. It's probably not even the Viper, it's probably the driver. This car would probably benefit greatly from a driver mod. But yeah, this game, absolutely beautiful. Runs better than I expected it to. on the Xbox One. I expected one of two things to happen. I expected either it was going to run like crap, or I was just going to feel like I was playing DLC for Horizon 4. But it definitely doesn't feel like DLC for Horizon 4. It definitely feels like a whole new game. I mean, the cars, I thought the cars looked great in Horizon 4, and they look even better here. The ray tracing is a lot better. Looks a lot more realistic. And the world around you in this game is just... Sometimes you just catch yourself wanting to stop and look at the trees, trying to find flaws in them. I think it's a wonderful game. If you haven't checked it out yet, mainly because you're still stuck on an Xbox One like I am, don't let that discourage you, because it's still a wonderful game. I mean, it's on Game Pass for free. So this kind of a game for free, if you have Game Pass, you just can't beat it. I'm going to try not to get my butt whooped here by this Mustang. Maybe if I was driving a little bit better. Go around him here. And there we go, just in time for the finish. Look at that. Like I said, this is an awesome game. In my opinion, you just can't beat it. And I'm very surprised at how good it looks on the Xbox One. So the showcase events are extremely fun. I've only done one or two of them, I think, so far. But we're back. That load time was a little longer than usual.
I'm Anna. I'm starting to get the feeling that if I call you after every road race win, you will get tired of me.
Little donut there for you on the wet pavement. In the Viper. Alright, let's see. Let's go to the world map. Let's go up here. Let's hunt for that barn find so that you guys can see that mini game where you get to drive the tow truck. I think it's pretty fun. You guys may not, but I definitely do. Let's take myself back off the screen here for a little bit. There's a nice little drift for you.
In 400 yards, turn right.
And the cars they actually do handle. In Horizon 4, it didn't feel quite right when the roads were wet or icy. This feels, so far, a little more realistic on how a car would act.
Turn left.
Navigation, exactly the same. Driving line, exactly the same.
Yards, turn right.
I mean, even just something like that right there. Look at where the sun is poking through the clouds right there. That looks absolutely gorgeous.
Turn right.
We should be getting pretty close to where we're going for this barn find here. I think that's our, yep, that's our marker on the map right up there. This is part of where the arcade portion of the game comes into play, because this Viper would not handle this kind of road. We would have done ripped a bumper off of it.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right.
You definitely get a lot more controller input as far as haptic feedback, like vibration and stuff goes. When you're on the dirt roads in Horizon 5, you definitely feel it in the controller a lot more than you did in Horizon 4. So here we are in the barn find area. This is the same as it was in Horizon 4. We're going to go ahead and change cars here. Something a little more off-road capable. Yes, deliver me the car, just like you could in Horizon 4. And let's see if we can't find this barn find in this here Bronco. Go off-roading in this new Bronco. Now I think that we need to go down this way. And I'm probably wrong, but this is just the only buildings I see that I've seen since we got into this area. And there's not a whole lot of roads around, so I bet that's it right there. Look at that. We found the barn find. Now let's see if that minigame is a thing on all the barn finds.
You found it? I'll be there soon.
Let's see what it is. And again, this is going to be kind of a spoiler for some of you guys, so there's more animation with your actual character too.
Car. Ford Escort. It has to be. Less than a quarter of the field made it to the finish line.
She's
in
awful
Mexico
beat
City.
up.
But 5 out of top 10 were these things. That's how it got the name.
Alright. Nope, that mini game. Look at that. That was only on the first one. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, check it out whenever you first download the game. You get to drive the tow truck and race back. Probably not that big of a deal to most people, but I thought it was really fun, so I was really hoping that it was going to carry through for the rest of the game for all of the barn finds. This is some of the most fun in these Horizon games. Not rolling your vehicle, but some of the most fun that I have had in these Horizon games are just aimlessly out driving around, exploring, running into boulders apparently, but just running around and exploring the world, especially since there's just no walls to run into. Being an open world sandbox game, you can lose a lot of time to just driving around, exploring for new roads and stuff, driving different cars. I mean, look at that view. Tell me another racing game that you get a view like that. Alright, let's go check out an off-road, or I think right now it's a cross-country race. Let's go check out a cross-country race, which is an off-road race, in this Ford Bronco, and let's see how the game handles the off-road races, see how wild they are. This Bronco that you get to start the game with is by no means fast, but it's fun to drive. It handles the off-road aspect of things really well. cutting right off the road. And whenever you do dip off road, you do feel that traction difference. Alright guys, let's see how these off-road races look. Let's see if they get as wild as some of the off-road and cross-country races in Horizon 4. And we're going to go ahead and see this load time real time. Alright. Say let's do the Cosworth, since it's a race and this is a race car. Alright, I'll get myself off the screen here. And this is the load screen. Just like all the races, it showcases the car that you selected for that race. It makes the load time a little easier to sit through. I don't know if you get to see it as much on the Series X. It is a little long here on the Xbox One. Alright, and as you can see, you can tune the car right before the event. You can change your difficulty settings. Normal Forza stuff. Let's see if I can win this one for you guys too. Let's see if I do just a little bit better. Nope. That's a big negative. A lot of jumps though. Those jumps are pretty fun to go over. I'm a firm believer, just go ahead and use the person in front of you to slow yourself down a little bit. You're not going to gain many style points that way, but it'll definitely help you out. And just the visuals around the race. Sometimes they might be a little bit distracting, but they are just so good to look at. By far the best racing game I have seen to date. And there we are in first, just in time to go over the jump first. Take a look behind us. Microsoft did a very good job making this game run well on the Xbox One. From the little bit of footage that I've seen from the Series X, it definitely looks a lot better on the Series X, but it still looks amazing here on the Xbox One. So props to you, Microsoft, for making your newest open world racing game look great on both platforms. On last generation hardware as well as the new generation. And especially since they threw this on Game Pass for free to get you started with it, I mean, you just cannot beat it. $15 a month for Game Pass. I don't know why you wouldn't take advantage of that, because you don't just have Horizon 5. There's lots of games on there. So let me know down in the comments if you've got Game Pass or if you don't, and let me know the reason why you don't. And soon we'll do an upcoming video on Game Pass and why I think Game Pass is worth it. Game Pass makes the Xbox systems worth it, period, whether they released with a lot of exclusives or not. Let me know down in the comments what you think about Forza Horizon 5 so far, how long you've been playing it, and what you think about it. And let me know what system you're playing it on. Are you playing it on the Xbox One, the original launch model Xbox One, the One S, the One X, or are you playing it on the Xbox Series systems, whether that be the Series S or the Series X? And just let me know what you think about it. It's pretty cool camera angles there. Load times. It's the only thing that's bothered me so far about this game. They're a little longer than they were in Horizon 4. Yeah, there you go, guys. This is just a quick look at Horizon 5. By no means a review. The smoke effects here are a lot better than they were though in Horizon 4. And there's so many places to go explore here. Just like this, we're on an old abandoned airfield.
Very cool. Apparently these are everywhere in Mexico. She's off to find a family heirloom herself. You picked the right superstar to help.
Lots of big open spaces to go out and play. Work on doing things like 360s. Lots of big open stretches here, it looks like. This old abandoned runway to really go out and top your car out. Ooh, what is this? We have to hit this jump real quick. Look at that. There's another one of those things that makes this game a little on the arcadey side. And this is taking us to the Horizon event, the online event. Yeah, guys, there you go. That's a look at Forza Horizon 5. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of the video. Make sure you hit like on the video, and let me know what you think about this camera angle. I'm tossing around the idea of making this my camera angle over the one that you saw in the beginning of the video. So let me know which one you like better. I can mess with the quality and make this better quality. This is definitely better quality than the gameplay footage you saw of my last video. The last webcam I was using, just the quality wasn't that great. So this is a new webcam that I'm using here on the computer. So let me know what you think about it. And like I said, just let me know which camera angle you like the best. Do you like the computer monitors back behind me with a little bit different lighting, or do you like this where it's just kind of dark behind me, where I'm just sitting here chilling at my desk talking to myself? So yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe down below to stay up to date on everything going on here at Cody's Gaming Videos, because I've got some cool stuff coming up that you guys aren't going to want to miss. So I'll see you on the next one.